Ebuka Okorie played his first game in the Pistons uniform last night. He had 20 points, 4 assists, 2 steals against the 76ers in Vegas. That's a nice box score for the 17th pick, but if you're a Pistons fan on this channel, you know the box score is not the only reason to be excited. The film is. I went back through the game and I pulled 35 clips. Here's what you're going to see: the passing, the live dribble reads, the kickouts to the shooters in the corners, his first step, and everything that opens up when he gets downhill, the shooting, the rim creation. And then the part that no one expects from a small point guard in his first game is the defense. He was physical on the ball, he's physical off the ball, forcing turnovers. It wasn't perfect. There was a few times he got lost in coverage, but we're looking at those two because that's what this channel does. Thank you for watching Second Effort. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with the passing, which is one of the things I think we heard the least about Okorie throughout his pre-draft process, except for we do know that he doesn't turn it over very much. So we can assume he's a good passer, but I thought he made some really good passes in this game. Starting here with the first one, this is a nice bounce pass to Isaac Jones, who can't hit the layup. And in this one too, he hits Bryce Williams perfectly on this little heater, but he just couldn't hang on. On this one, I really liked his drive here. So he goes left, and then this perfect feed to Anyenso, who just unfortunately was not finishing very well in this game. I think he was a little bit overwhelmed at some of the physicality and the speed of the game, and I don't know, maybe even more. And this one, I thought this was another really great driving kick. You'll see Okorie tries to go left, goes right, and his body control in the air, I think, is really great for a rookie point guard. You guys, he hits a perfect kick out here to Isaac Jones, who can't hit. And this is what I mean when I was saying during the post game recap. I was saying Okorie had like 4 assists in this game. He should have had 8, and we already saw 2 of those, and we'll probably see some more. This one was one of my favorite plays from him. That not really going to show up in the box score like that. First, he gets the guy on his back really well. He notices that he has this advantage, and you'll see that perfect pocket pass. And then I think he gets fouled. So you know what? That's 3 plays now where there's no stat for him. And then this right here was a great pass as well. Oh, I don't know what's going on with that. Excellent zip pass there to the left side, and the shooter doesn't hit it. So that to me, that's like 4 or 5 passes from this game that they weren't even the plays that got converted, but were really, really high level passes. And I thought the way he was processing the game on offense was really good. And obviously, it wasn't just the passes. I think he was able to fight through contact really well in this game. Their defender, 39, he was. I mean, this guy was so physical with him. Uh, his entire job was to make Corey's game and his life more difficult, and he did a good job of it. At the beginning, I think you saw, Corey took a little bit of time to really get into the rhythm of the game. Um, he did draw a foul here, so he did a good job fighting through contact, and that's one of the things I want to see out of Corey is how can he handle NBA size and contact. On that one, he got blocked, but I was really happy with the way he split the defender here. This is one of those things that I feel like we heard the most about his game and his driving ability is when he goes kind of 2 defenders in space. The speed that he can use just to slip right past them. I mean, you're gonna see this all night and probably all summer league. He's gonna be able to blow by those guys. Um, this possession here, he went to this spot a lot, and on this one he kind of was left with no plan, and he ended up drawing a foul, so it ended up being okay. But that's definitely a spot he likes to get to. I would like him to go to that spot with a plan. But in this game, it's his first summer league game. I'm not too worried about it. But he generally does a really good job of being able to do creative finishes. He threw up one crazy shot out of that spot. Uh, but yeah, the driving was really good. That's what we probably thought was going to happen. There's a great drive there, an easy score, um, and that was pretty consistent. This one here, he gets to the left, and he attempts a high glass finish here. Definitely a more difficult finish, and this is the kind of thing that's he had the highlights. If you watched his highlights after he was drafted, you're probably thinking this guy's the most creative, best finisher out of any of these small guards. He doesn't quite hit these at a high enough consistency, but I mean, these are the flashes you want to see, and the fact that he's going for this type of lay over some bigger guys, like I think it's Johnny Broom. Yeah, great job there. And then again, just gets right to the basket. Some of these, the teams, it seems like they're not quite trying as much anymore. Here's another example of him splitting the defenders. I mean, just an absolute rocket to the basket. He also has some transition opportunities. This one, he throws up a floater and he ended up drawing a foul. This wasn't my favorite floater from him. That's kind of the in between game is what I'm interested to see how that mid range and those floaters can kind of develop. But if he gets closer to the rim, I mean, he's generally converting all the time. If he can hit this too, I mean, watch out, y'all. Jeez. Um, and then this one, he got out in transition as well and ran. There was like, you guys, there were so many times in this game where the Pistons were about to get out in transition, and I don't whether it was Jaden Henley or Bryce Williams, everyone's just calling their own number and not getting it to Okorie who's leaking, and it is just so frustrating to me because he's clearly the guy you want with the ball in transition. That was just happening the whole game. On this one, he misses this layup attempt, which was a difficult finish, and I think it was good that he's taking those with his left hand. That's encouraging to see. Uh, but what I did like about this was he took two threes on this possession. He took this corner three from the corner, and it was a little bit long. And then Anienso kicks him the offensive rebound, and he hits this shot a few times. We'll keep looking at this move that he does, but he missed this one too. Um, and on the surface, you wish he could have made one of those shots, but I'm glad that he was still confident. And Stan McGundy actually pointed that out on the broadcast. It's good to see that he's still confident enough to keep taking those because I thought his 3-point shooting looked really good in this game and his jump shot in general. On this one here, he's gonna weave his way into the elbow and he takes a jumper that's just a little bit short. This is the three that I was talking about, though. I mean, he hits this move consistently. This one actually, he doesn't even hit that step back. They just don't guard him very well on the screen, and then he gets a little bit of space and scores. And that's really good to see. I like to see those step in, like step through jumpers. That's really good to see. And yeah, we'll see in just a second here. He navigates off ball a little bit, and it's just that, contest, take a step to the side. And his jumper looked good, man. It looked really good. It was really encouraging to see, especially because Phylon started out so hot in this game. It was good to see him start to make some shots and get hot. And then like the end of the second, early in the third. And this one here, he takes another wild shot. To me, this one, I don't know if they were trying to, because there's 35 seconds. Maybe he was thinking he's just going to try to get a 2-for-1 situation here. So he took an early shot, but definitely not like the shot making decision I was excited to see. But look, I'm glad he's taking aggressive shots, and I want him to continue doing that. So I'm fine with it. This one was the most wild shot of his from the game. I don't really know exactly what was going on here with any of the spacing because there was like, okay, so he's sitting here at the elbow trying to figure out what to do. Isaac Jones is like just running right up on him to get the ball, but there's clearly another defender right there, and no one's moving to this corner. So I would like to see the team help him out a little bit more, but it had kind of just throw up a wild shot. And then the rest of the stuff I want to talk about is on the defensive end. I talked about being a smaller guard. I wanted to see, is he going to be able to stay in front of people at the NBA level? He did a decent job right there. And he also fought through screens pretty well throughout this game, I thought. There's an example there. And on this one, he actually gets through the screen and then ends up being able to affect the shot with the contest. It wasn't an excellent contest, but it was good that he's able to kind of navigate these difficult positions on as a defender the same way that he does as an offensive player getting to the rim. His bend, his ability to contort his body to stay physical, but also be able to make tough finishes on offense is what makes him great there. And I'm glad to see that at least it seems like it can translate navigating screens and stuff. On this one, I thought he did a good job, staying in front of his guy, fighting through this screen. He ends up switching actually, and then the Pistons end up forcing a shot that, it hits the top of the backboard. There was some interesting shot making ability in this game. Some guys calling their number quite often. That was very frustrating. On this one, look, I mean, he got switched onto the big here. He did a good job of kind of walling him up and then putting a double on him with allowing Anienso to get the steal, one of his 4 stocks. So that was a good play, definitely. And then in transition, Okorie hits Anienso. It's not a clean lob attempt finish, but hey, I'll take it. And then, ironically, I thought some of his best off ball plays and his best on ball defense came while Asar Thompson was being interviewed and he was sharing the screen with him. So on this one, if you just watch him right down here, I mean, look how physical he is right now, trying to box this guy out, facing him. Um, Kind of throws him out of bounds a little bit, and maybe they'll call some of these things a foul once he gets to the regular season. They're allowing guys to be very physical right now. If I don't know if you'll watch the Jazz game, but I mean, they were allowing people to do whatever they wanted to Darren Peterson. Um, but this was definitely some great physicality to see out of him, and he walled off his offensive player. Obviously, they ended up scoring anyways, but I just thought that was nice to see him playing physical off ball like that. And then there wasn't many times in this game where he actually guarded Phylon on one, but in this one he was able to kind of force him to get to the ground and have to pick up his dribble there. Um, Here's a great just heads up play, in transition, making those honestly, those defensive turnovers that we kind of struggled to get in the Cavs series. I thought like that was one of the big differences in our playoffs was that we weren't getting easy turnovers and easy buckets the way we were in the regular season. That's a Pistons play right there. So I like to see him, making those heads up annoying plays where you're like, man, how did we just turn it over after inbounding the basketball? That's the kind of plays I love to see for sure. And then yeah, that was fine defense. Here's another example at the little score, little close up action for us, a little highlight tape. And then that wasn't his only steal in this game. He doubles here and he's able to force a turnover this way. I thought it was a really nice play as well. And those defensive disruptions, like I said, that's going to be really really impactful. And that might be what earns him some minutes over Dennis Jenkins. I think Dennis did a good job with that too. This play I thought was cool. I mean, this is obviously they're getting out in transition. Okorie's the lone defender and is a six foot point guard in this situation. You probably don't expect that he's going to be able to actually make a play on this ball, but he does. The offensive player couldn't quite corral it, so he had to make this pass. And now they got a big on Okorie, but Okorie does a good job at just contesting the shot. And it was his hustle to get back in transition and to try to force something that made that happen. So I appreciated that play. There was a couple of defensive miscommunications. I'm not sure exactly whose fault each of these are. This one, well, Isaac Jones was just really, really poor defensively tonight. So I'll be honest, I'm not really concerned about these. And then this is the last one here. Let me rewind this a little bit. So Henley's trying to fight through this screen before the inbound. There's just miscommunication with Henley and Okorie with who's taking who. So they they both go on to this guy. And obviously, this leads to a bucket for the Sixers. So, overall, I mean, to me, this was extremely encouraging. This is exactly what I wanted to see out of Ebuka Okorie. It pumped me up. I saw more passing than I even knew was in there. More point guard stuff. There was one play I didn't show, but where he was definitely navigating, like trying to get guys in the right positions. But it was the passing, it was the reads, it was uh, really, really impactful defense. It was the shot making, the shots definitely a question mark as well. And I thought he shot it really well. And yeah, to me, he just looked like the best player on the court. I thought he was more impactful on both ends. Phylon definitely hit some shots early, but I thought Corey was better. Except for Big Fish Isaac Johnson. If y'all were in the live stream, y'all know about what Big Fish did to us. Um, that dude was balling out. I want to see if he gets a contract. But yeah, if you guys want to hear more of my thoughts about Summer League Game 1 and in general, check out the video below. Um, I did that video as well as a live stream. I'm going to be live for Game 2 of Summer League on Sunday. So definitely check that out. That should be up soon. And thank you for listening. And before you go, two more things. First, the Second Effort Discord is live and it is free for everyone. That's where I'll be during games chatting about games in real time. So please come join. I really want to build this great community that y'all have already started on this channel. I want to be more engaged with y'all. So definitely check that out. That's where all the trade conversations and the offseason stuff and like I said the in-game conversation should happen. So check the link in the description. It's free to join. I would love to see you there. And then secondly, the YouTube channel memberships for Second Effort are now live. So there's 3 tiers. The first one is the box out tier. It's $2.99 a month. By becoming a member of this tier, you'll get early access to videos, a monthly members only live stream, a monthly mailbag episode where you get your questions answered, more videos about what's going on around the NBA. I want to keep the channel mostly Pistons talk, but obviously I love to talk about other stuff with the NBA too. So if there's anything else you all wanted me to talk about, definitely happy to cover it there. And then the members only channel in the Discord, so you guys can have your own place there. The extra pass tier is $5.99, and if you liked what you just saw, this is your tier. Every month, I'm gonna make a members only film breakdown just like this one, and I'm gonna get better. This is my first one. And the extra pass members are gonna be able to vote on which player or game or whatever it is that you want me to cover. Also, myself and my brother Ben will be doing a monthly Detroit sports podcast where we talk about the Pistons, but also the Lions and college sports, whatever else you want us to go over. We're going to be doing that monthly, and I'm really excited for that. Ben and I did some really fun watch alongs on TikTok, if y'all saw those. And we're going to be bringing that to the YouTube channel. And then lastly, the full court press. This is $9.99. Look, I mean, that would be unbelievable if anyone wants to join that tier. But if you do, you get to set the ballot. Every mailbag question you send gets answered. Your name's going to be on the top of the credits for everything. And then one member a month at this tier is going to be able to jump on the podcast with Ben and myself on the member side and ask your question and kind of go over whatever it is you want us to cover. So you guys just watch what a second effort film breakdown looks like. If you guys want one every single month, please hit the join button below. But yeah, anyways, if that's not your thing, that's totally okay. I don't ever expect anybody to spend actual money on this channel, but if you do, it really will help the channel going forward and the ability for me to grow it to bigger than what it is now. So thank you all for listening. Please like the video, leave a comment. That's what helps the most. Until next time, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you on Sunday.